Yeah, I'm telling you, European stalker. It was not. Hello, finest fitness. How are you? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Your birthday's tomorrow, Joanne BC. Happy birthday in advance. Leo baby's rocking. August babies, listen. No other month. Listen, it is what it is. Cause y'all already know. Igbo people like black people, and that one I leave live and direct. Money but I'm going. So much good that I'm multi color. Mo back on relocate. Like okay, like somebody else. Hello, Miss Giwa. Somebody else gonna take care of my bills. Well, I never remember like I'm alone gang pada because you know. Well, anyway, it is so good to be back. I missed y'all. I'm telling you. I think I've been gone 2 weeks, so have I been. Sometimes the brain just needs to be put on hold and decompress and come back. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ralucci says I've been waiting for you to come back online to be able to thank you very well. Your post and live video helped me to get my case approved. That was approved yesterday. Awesome. Oh, congratulations. That is awesome news. Congratulations. And I pray that is the beginning of many. Listen, y'all, I already told you it's going to be a great month. August month, listen, not just because it's my birthday month, but every new month, you've got to have the mental attitude and intentional awareness that it's going to be better than anything else you've ever seen in your life. And so I truly believe that this month we're going to have. Hello, Miss 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕. How are you? Everybody says congratulations. Thank you. Listen, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try my best. I woke up this morning. I was like, it is August. I've got to represent my birthday month now. Well, let me look like Kinko knee face cap and that's sunglasses. That's just me. That's just me. But it is going to be an awesome month. Join live sessions on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram Tuesdays and Thursdays at 9 p.m. Central to learn more about immigration policies, immigration updates, share your testimonies, share everything with every. So, hi TikTok family. Can y'all, Anthony? Oh, Mr. Anthony, how are you? Good evening. I love Facebook and YouTube. So if you have not subscribed to your YouTube channel, please do so. On all social media platforms is at Olale Immigration, at Olale Immigration, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Dimitri. Now there is still someone on TikTok who is using my photo for and my name on a fake TikTok account. Please understand one thing, and that that occurred when I was away. Please, again, I should say, hear me loud and clear. If you call and if you call out a number, which is 334-341-4475, and you're not getting someone to pick up, please understand we don't have, because I think one of the things they're doing is using a Google subscriber number. I don't use Google subscriber. I don't have automated anything. There's someone who's going to pick up your phone. Even after office hours, we default for instant services. Someone will pick up your phone. Best way to make sure we don't ever ask you for credit card information. That's something, if you're going to make a consultation, you have to do it yourself. We send you a link. No one is going to ask you for payment. Please be careful. There's only so much that one can prevent. That's just one thing that I cannot control. But unfortunately, that's what the world is about. But anyway, it's good to be back. Congratulations. Ralucci, that is awesome news to start the month. And I pray that just as you have started the month of August with amazing news, I pray that other people will tap into that blessing and it will be something that will carry on across to other people as well in Jesus' name. And so, saying that, if you guys don't mind, indulge me just so we say a word of prayer before we even start. It is the first of the month. Hardly do we have lives to fall on the very first day of the month. So just indulge me, just 2 minutes. That I'm not impressing my religion on you, but that is part of who I am. It's just I don't do anything without God's favor, without knowing that I don't have any power of my own. So I just pray, just a short word of prayer, that God, we thank you because you are God, you're merciful, you're faithful. There's nothing that we can do without you. We're helpless and hopeless without you. And we pray, oh God, that even as we start this 8th month of 2023, you have kept us thus far. You have shown us favor. You have shown us protection. You have shown us mercy. We ask, oh God, that whatever it is that we have put before the altar of grace, as we start this month, God, you will start with us. You would go before us and you will fill each and every day with favor. You will fill each and every day with testimonies, that things that seemed impossible up until now, God, you will make them, you will change things suddenly. You are the God of the suddenly and the on-time God, that at the end of this month, our testimonies will abound, that our joy will know no boundaries, and your name alone will be glorified. In Jesus' name. We have to believe. I have this saying that I say, you've got to speak it before you see it. We've got to speak our testimonies before we see it. And that's how we believe and we know that God is in control. There's nothing we can do without him. All power belongs to him. You know, once has he spoken, twice have we heard that all power belongs to God. Nobody in the immigration office, you know, they can puff and puff till Jesus comes back. But if God decides that he's going to show you favor, there's nothing any immigration officer can do to change that. And so we believe and agree in faith that this month is going to be filled with favor all around. And talking of favor, and what can you see? So don't forget the 21st. Y'all don't get me in. Don't be sending me flowers. Listen. All you slippers into the DMs. Don't send me flowers. If you really want to get me something, lick finger, where's she at? That's what you need to do. Don't send me flowers, because the flower might just see trash can. Ask my kids, they'll tell you. I don't do flowers. I don't care. I don't get it. Me, Nigerian woman, I don't get what the whole waste. For me, flowers are waste of money. And for me, no, I'm a half _J so give me the money. Don't buy me flowers. Buy me meat pie. There's no shame in my game. Buy me meat pie. Lick _finger, I think. Hit her on Instagram. She knows what I order. Just tell me, like, Sister Loy's birthday is coming to welcome me again. She got you. That's all I'm saying. That's all. But anyway, let's talk immigration. If you need to contact our office, our contact information is 334-341-4475. Same number on WhatsApp. You can text us. You can also contact us through our website, olalayalawfirm.com. I missed that. I'm going to come back and do questions. olalayalawfirm.com. info@olalayalawfirm.com is the email address. It's the same number on WhatsApp. You can text us to that number. Call our office. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. That would be very, very much appreciated. Please share, like, and follow. All that good stuff. Okay, so what are we talking about tonight? So this is one thing that keeps recurring when people ask me a lot of questions about national interest waiver. What is it? Who qualifies? Who doesn't qualify? How does it lead to a green card? So let us talk about that real quick before we get to questions. National interest waiver, who qualifies? And y'all, if you're still waiting on an email from me, please bear with me. I have over 1,000 emails to go through. I do. So just extend grace. I would get to it. I obviously cannot do 1,000 emails. My whole week, this week, is completely full with consultation. So it's going to take me a while. If that email is something you sent me about a week ago, if it's time pressing, I'm asking that you resend it to me. So, because obviously I'm going to go through the first emails I see and just do that, because that would help me to get through that real quick. And if it's something that is an issue that someone on your case, the paralegal on your case, can take care of, please do, so that helps us to move things along. Okay. National interest waiver. It is a way where you can get your green card based on it's an employment-based petition. How you can get your green card through employment. So just like you can get married, right? And your spouse can file for you, or if there's abuse in the marriage, you can have a VAR case where you can self-petition. The equivalent of a self-petition in the employment world includes national interest waiver. So what is that? There's national interest waiver EB1 and there's national interest waiver EB2. I primarily do EB2 national interest waiver. EB1 is usually for, I think it's, if I'm not mistaken, managerial positions, researchers, something to that effect. I hardly do it. I don't find that interesting. If something does not keep me interested, and I lose interest real quick, it's just not something I keep up with. That's just me. I have the attention span of a 2-year-old. That's the reality. The number is 334 _Samuel. I was gonna say Miss Illinois Sanctuary. Got it. There you go. It's on the screen now. So national interest waiver is a way where you can get your own green card through a self-petition employment self-petition. Okay. EB2 specific is what I do. So that's what I'm going to talk about. That's the most popular, most common way that you can self-petition for yourself. It's like the equivalent of a marriage self-petition, like a VAR case, in a sense that you do not. So generally, EB2, you need an employer. That's the general rule. You need to go through Department of Labor, and you need to get certification of the PERM certification. Once that's done, you now go to USCIS. Just the same way you would need to have your spouse file for you, then you file your green card, you have an interview together, or the waiver interview, then you get your green card. But there is the option of you filing your green card yourself, which is the national interest waiver. You file a petition, just like you file a VAWA petition yourself, without the help of your spouse. The national interest waiver allows you to file the self-petition, the I-140, without needing an employer, number one, without having to go through certification with the Department of Labor. So basically, you're bypassing the general requirements based on you being able to show two things. Number one, that you are someone who has advanced degree, meaning a master's degree or higher, or a bachelor's degree in addition to 5 years post-bachelor's work experience, or you are someone with exceptional ability. Now, if you want I'm not going to go through all of that. If you want the link to that, please, you can contact someone in my office or contact us through DM. We'll send that link to you, or I'll post it after we're done. So you have to show you have an advanced degree, either a master's degree or above, or a bachelor's degree in addition to 5 years work experience or more, or you're someone who has exceptional ability in sciences, art, business, and they're out of, I want to say it is 6 criteria. You have to show that you meet at least 3. So for some people, it's going to be a lot easier to meet the exceptional ability criteria, but some it's easier to meet the advanced degree criteria. Okay, this is where it gets, this is where the difference comes into play. So if you are doing a national interest waiver, in addition to you meeting exceptional ability or advanced degree, then you've got to also meet 3 other requirements. You've got to show that you have a proposed endeavor, meaning you've got a plan, and that plan has substantial merit, national importance. It is such a field that you on your position would entail will be in that field, where the field is of national importance to the United States economy, and it to the point of it actually has substantial merit. It is something that is what's the other word? It will boost the economy of the United States. One such field is people in IT field, data analysis, cloud engineering, project management. What else? Pharmacists. There is no specific occupation that it's limited to. It's about, do you have advanced degree? Do you have exceptional ability? Once you've met that, what is your plan? What do you intend to do economical wise, right? Does that plan meet up to national importance? If it does, how can you now carry out that plan? That is the meaning of how well positioned you are to advance that plan that you have. Your plan must match the field you're in, right? And what do you have? Your qualifications, people who can attest to your experience. Do you have publications? And you don't you're not required to have publications to be able to have a successful petition. That's not a requirement. It helps, but it's not required. It just depends on your field. Have you written articles? Have you presented? Have you been a judge? Those are things that USCIS considers. If you're able to show that you're well positioned to advance your proposed endeavor, the last thing is to be able to show that when USCIS weighs all of this, meaning they consider that your proposed endeavor is of national importance, they also consider that it has substantial merit. They consider that you are in a position to actually promote that proposed endeavor. Then it makes sense for USCIS to consider that because of all that, it makes sense for them to say, yes, you have the qualifications that merits you being exempt from having a U.S. employer offer you a job, as well as having you go through the Department of Labor certification for them to certify that indeed we need foreign workers for that position. That's that in a nutshell. Now, I say this, it's all of that I've just explained, right? That is the petition itself. That's so when I said national interest waiver option for green card, it is an option because that's the underlying petition. It is synonymous with you filing for your spouse filing an I-130, or for you filing an I-360 petition, self-petition for yourself, right? That's the first stage. The question really now then is, does that petition give you a green card? And it will depend on whether or not you are admissible based on your current status at the time that you apply for the green card. So what I'm saying in essence is this: the national interest waiver petition, the I-140 self-petition itself, is not a green card. A lot of people mix that up, like, okay, I've been here for a while. Someone says I can qualify for national interest waiver. I meet all these points, yada, 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 check. But the question is, do you qualify for green card? A self-petition does not give you a green card. It is the foundation for you to get the green card, to apply for an I-485. It serves the same purpose of like an I-130, like an I-360, like an asylum application being granted. It is not the green card. So if you have an I-140 self-petition, I'm looking on my printer right here. I've got 4 approval notices waiting. Those approval notices are good, but they do not give green cards. My clients now have to, one, we have that they have their green card pending. The other 3, we're waiting for priority date to become current. What does that mean? It means that right now, at the time we filed those petitions, USCIS has not started working on cases that were filed on or after our dates. They're still working the August bulletin, I think they're working on cases filed on or before April 2022. That's over a year backlog. So that means that all 3 of the other clients right now, they are in valid non-immigrant status. One is on an H-1B, one is doing his PhD, an F1. Well, actually, 2 are on F1, one is on H-1B. Where I'm going with that is you've got to maintain non-immigrant status in order for you to get your green card through a national interest waiver. A petition is a standalone petition, doesn't give you a green card. You've got to maintain non-immigrant status in order for you to get a green card. It means you have to be admissible at the time you apply for your I-485. You cannot apply for the I-485 until the I-140 has been approved by USCIS. The one we got last week was approved in 3 months without an RFE. I always knock on wood and thank Jesus when that happens, because national interest waiver are read with RFEs. But they've been approved. We've got to wait, because the one that was approved last 3 months was filed in April, and they were April 2023, and they're working on April 2022. So it's good that he is still maintaining status, right? So it's got to maintain status up until USCIS gets to April 2023, or EB2 preference category changes to current. Current means now we can file the I-485, and then he can afford to be out of status because obviously we have an approved petition. So if you are someone who has been in the country for a while, you're out of status, even if you qualify for a national interest waiver, because you're out of status, you cannot get a green card based on a national interest waiver simply because you don't have a valid non-immigrant status. In your case, you would probably have to leave the country to go apply for your immigrant visa at the embassy. The problem is you cannot leave without getting a waiver of the unlawful presence. And you cannot get a waiver of the unlawful presence without having a qualifying relative unless you're a self-petition. So national interest waiver is good, but understand this. You've got to be sure that you are eligible to apply for a green card. I cannot tell you how many agencies that there are out there that tell people they can get the green card based on national interest waiver, especially in the medical field. So there is an option for, I would say, an equivalent of a national interest waiver for nurses called the Schedule A application, where you bypass the Department of Labor as well. The problem is a lot of people are being told you can do this, but the agencies don't tell them, well, if you're out of status, we cannot help you. They filed the I-485, everything at the same time, especially when he was current for a while, got EADs for them and all that, only for those of all of their cases to be denied because they were out of status. You've got to understand the process of immigration. It's a whole lot. Listen, Carol, could you let someone need this highlights? It's not gray hair, his highlights. There's a reason for it, right? So that's all she wrote, people. The more you know, you've got to educate yourself. You've got to, weaponize yourself with knowledge. That helps you tremendously so that at least you have an idea what. So all we do here is general information, nothing specific to anyone's case. If you want something specific to your case, hit us up 334-341-4475. Then we can discuss your case over a paid consultation. No, she Mother Teresa. No. Will vacation will come in. Yeah. We gotta pay the bills back. It was good. You're welcome, Miss Quentin. It was good to be away just because I went to parent-teacher meeting this evening. Can you believe summer has gone by? But let me tell you, people, I'm happy TJ is going back to school. Eric will be really quiet. Oh, I love about there. I won't be surprised if he's on YouTube because that's my child. That's my child. That's the truth. But anyway, it feels so great to be back, y'all. You have no idea. It's not just I'm going to Mother Teresa, Tony. But it feels so great to be back. Like, this is not just giving you guys information. This is like we come together, we bounce ideas, we share testimonies, we rejoice with other people. Thank you. We rejoice with other people. We look forward to being able to share more testimonies, and it's just a positive and faith-filled space that, with all the negativity in the world, it's got to be somewhere we can come together and just share and pray for one another and rejoice with one another, knowing that your time is coming as well. Okay, so checking better questions. Let's see. Is it bad to apply for green card for a spouse who used to live in a shelter? I have a friend who won green card lottery, but he has no status. Is there any way for him to get a green card lottery status? Your friend needs to sit down with a lawyer and figure out what happened in this case and what he may qualify for. Okay, let's see. Hello, Miss Pam. Oh, you could not find the restaurant in Alabama. She's not in Alabama. Yo, Eric, come on, shitty. No, I don't play with my. Whoa, boy, is done. I'll get to the Instagram. I'm not kidding. Miss Eleanor Sanctuary, please help me tag Lick Finger. Please, real quick. Hello, Miss Buku. How are you? How are my kids? Let me tag Miss Pam. She's not in Alabama. She is based in Texas. I don't think she is on Facebook. I think she's on Instagram. So at lickfinger_. She's in Texas. If you go to my Instagram page, Miss Sanctuary just tagged her. I ain't playing. Y'all go hit her up. And so I just saying. I don't do diet. No. See, number one, Sherry, my mother's family blessed us with hips and butt. Hips, thighs, and butts. Like, Go down your long phone. I mean, people are paying BBL and all that. We are blessed naturally. Why in God's name will I want to change that by dieting? I know. Clearly, I know. We got to keep it going. Got to keep it. We've got to keep it. Yeah. And we can diet. So me lunge. Do you like flowers? I no, don't. That's the worst present you can give me. Flowers. Kilo fatty flower. Kilo fatty way. No, I know. Oh, thank you, Isabella. Thank you, my kiddo. Others, yeah, please stagger because I ain't playing. But flowers, kilo fatty way. No, leave it alone. Looking relaxed. I needed it. I needed the break. What are the consequences to get divorced with my spouse? I only have 2 years green card. Generally, you're required to file your 10-year green card 715 with your spouse. However, you can file by yourself if you get divorced, or if you've been abused, or you suffer extreme hardship. So those are the situations where you can file a self-petition. Where do you get the restaurant, Miss Pam? Seriously, she's on Instagram. I'm not kidding. She's Lick Finger. Please come and tell everybody where you are. She's on Instagram. I don't think she's on Facebook. I don't think so, but she's on Instagram. Go on my page and just type in, or go on Instagram, just type in at Lick Finger. She's in Texas. Okay. Can someone whose asylum was denied apply for national interest waiver? And that's what I'm saying. Yeah, or yeah, I'm not sure how you pronounce that. It's not like you cannot apply for national interest waiver if you're qualified. But once you get the approved petition, then what? That's where I want you guys to look at it. Then what? The goal is to get your green card, right? A petition does not equate the green card. It is the foundation to get the green card. Unlike a marriage case where if you're married to a citizen, you're exempt from a lawful presence, and that you can get a green card. In an employment case, the only exemption, grace period, is if you've not been out of legal status for more than 180 days and you haven't worked without authorization for more than 180 days. If you've been out of status for more than 180 days, your national interest waiver petition can be approved all day, every day. It's not going to get your green card in the country. You would have to leave the country to apply for the immigrant visa. So good question. Will the person who has an asylum case pending be classified as someone within the status, and can such a person file for green card through I-140? Excellent question. This has been debated by not only attorneys, but also by USCIS. There used to be a time some attorneys will claim, I haven't had that experience, where if you file your asylum case within your I-94 validity period, not the 1 year now, within the time frame you were authorized to stay on your I-94, you don't accrue unlawful presence, and it was argued, quote unquote, that you could adjust status based on an I-140. The Administrative Appeals Office has said in recent decisions that no, asylum does not, even though you file it within the I-94 period, what it does is you haven't accrued unlawful presence. That's the only thing you get. But if you've not maintained a valid status, then you cannot adjust status based on an approved I-140. People have appealed their cases saying that USCIS is a technical, what's it called? Technical exemption, which really basically in a nutshell says if the delay that prevented you from being able to adjust status or change status was a fault of USCIS, then you will be exempt from that. But AO hasn't bought that argument. So from my experience, that's what I have read. Case laws have said that it authorizes you to stay. It doesn't give you the ability to adjust your status. I hope that helps. What options is left for someone whose valid I-360, I-140, I-45 was denied? Sit down with a lawyer and figure out what options you would have. Okay, I requested to expedite EAD and they requested documents to back up why it should be expedited. This normal, generally, yes. Okay, let's see. Let me go to TikTok. Thank you for sharing. Adewale 37110. I appreciate that. Okay. Dimol from London and UK saying hello to you. Hello, Mr. Dimola. How are you? Oh my God, your hair. Thank you. All right, it's about time I wash it. Look, this is just band-aid. Sorry. 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕 since y'all, I don't be judging. But I had serious jet lag this trip. That's how you know that you may feel like you're active and all that, but you know the wood. Because 2 hours straight before I was back to normal. But here I am with my 18 and 12-year-old kid. You won't even know we were on the same trip. They were in your dad's place the next day, back to the normal sleep schedule. I was like, she didn't that one. What's going on? I was literally falling asleep. I was literally on the phone with someone and I fell asleep. I was like, no, this is not good. But it was not funny. That time zone jet lag just messes with your brain. I'm telling you, it's not funny. Complete not legal related, but would love to learn your hairstyle. I probably would do it one of these days. It's just not fun watching me shout because my hair is 4C type 4C hair, so it's really hard and it's just painful combing through it with my fingers. But I'll do one of these days. How long does it take? 45 interview after VAT is approved. Mine was approved last month. Fingerprint done. A night. It would depend on if they're going to schedule for an interview. If not, if you've already done your medical, then it just depends on your field office. There's a whole lot of factors that goes into that. When you're filed it, all of that is what will be. So it's not like, okay, there's no one size fit all for everybody kind of thing. Okay. Is it true that you can get your green card after 5 years? Based on what? Can you put in your papers without your divorce papers? You can, but you should expect an RFE. How soon can I file for my green card after marriage? There is no time frame for you to file. What you should be worried or concerned about is how much evidence have you acquired before you file, because you want to increase your chances of having your interview waived, especially now. And y'all listen to me. Election year is coming up very soon. If you qualify for something, please hear me loud and clear. You've got to file what you can file now. We know about how the administration is right now. We just don't know what's going to happen. Yeah. So file. Amaka shared the life. Thank you, Amaka. I appreciate that. Will a green card holder who has lived out of U.S. over 6 months petition for his kids? Will he, or do you mean can he? Well, generally, you're supposed to be in the country when you petition for someone. You can travel while that is pending, but generally, it just depends. I can't really say yes or no because I don't know your specific situation. I don't know how many times you've been over. Can you be deemed to have abandoned your green card at some point? I don't know. Will an 81-year-old green card holder living out of years over 6 petition? Oh, 81-year-old. Okay, my hat's off to you. Same thing. It just depends on what your specific situation is. So I just cannot give you a yes or no answer. Is the work permit free with the green card application? Depends on what category you're filing based on. If you're filing the I-45, a C9 is attached to that. And another question is, did you pay the filing fee for the 485? If not, are you filing a fee waiver application to be exempt from the fee for the work permit? Okay, let's see. I just got married in February. When is the best time I can file for my husband? Same answer as I gave earlier on. How much evidence you've gathered and all that. How long to stay after divorce on green card to put in my N400? How long to stay after divorce on green card? I'm not sure I understand your question. My cousin got a lottery diversity 3 years ago, but didn't file. Can you pursue it? You have to file your case within the fiscal year that you're required to. Okay, let's go to Instagram. Can you time? Okay. All right, let's see. You know how you hear a new song and it lives in your head rent free? There's a song that I just started listening to today, and I've been dancing through it to it all day, every day. And now as I'm singing it in my brain. It's like, geez. Okay. We are back. Yeah. Yes, we are. Yes. Once again, we come on, or by we, I mean I and you guys come on live every Tuesday and Thursday, 9 p.m. 9 p.m. is usually the goal. And I judge. Today was good, right? Miss Abena, right? Miss Sanctuary. Today was a good day. Like, I think it was 9:15 p.m. ish. We'll get there. I'm going to do better, especially this birthday month. I'm going to try. Can't give my word. Because if I give my word, I have to now show up at 9 p.m. But we don't know. There's a whole lot that could happen. Fierce is in lawyer. Thank you, Miss Joan. How are you? Happy birthday in advance to you as well. Thank you, Miss Abena. Listen, at the point, if you go, this stare on the train, you know how someone stares at you and then your Niger part kicks in and you're like, okay, Kilode. Yeah. And they're like, okay, Kilode. You have eyes and got eyes. Oh, let's be looking at each other. And then when he cut, he like, and then he smiled. And then he was not intentional about looking at us. Like, you know what, I ain't got time for this. Because my first song called me. I'm telling you, even people like a lot of them pretend about it. Preach it. Where's the lie? Where's the lie? I have a quick question for you. What happens when you already sent in your RFP and they 85 days, they send a letter for interview? What happened? Okay, let me rephrase your question. Are you asking what happens if you've already sent in the response to the RFP you got, but then they still go ahead after you respond to an RFP to schedule you for an interview? What happens? You got an interview and you just see what happens. The USCIS can decide to schedule for as many interviews as they want on your case if they feel like they just are not convinced about whatever it is in your case until they're convinced. Thank you, Ralucci. I appreciate that. Absolutely. The smell is contagious. Thank you. The funny thing is, and I don't know if my mom is on. If you see my baby pictures, I hardly used to smile. I'm not sure why. I hope my mom's not listening because like I'd be so annoyed. I never used to smile growing up. I don't know why. But I don't know. I just smile. I really like, okay. Because my oldest kid, first of all, he doesn't like to take photos. Oh, hell, kill him first. Before, tell him to pull a tooth first before the SG. So, Ojutomafi woman gonna say. The other day I told him, like, Ojutomafi will first born in Nikofi woman because I'm just trying to take a picture. I mean, he's not telling you to give me your arm on the leg. I'm just trying to take a photo. But he doesn't really smile as well. He goes, yeah, it's like it's not cool to smile. He's at that stage, young adults. Don't ask him questions. But I look at him like, you know what? I never used to smile as a baby. All my baby pictures, I'm always like kilo fire. But I think I'm trying to make up for it now. I think so. I think so. Okay. Oh Lord, I've jumped. Let's see. I've jumped a lot of. Okay, I'm just trying to because I know we missed 2 weeks. Let's see. Where did we go? Where did we go? Okay. Can you watch and see? Let's see. What did I do? Y'all. Okay. Okay. I see where I stopped. Okay. So, Shemo okay, smile. People head over. Yeah, lick finger selling. Yo, I don't know. That was one of the first things I did when I got back. I already placed an order where like, you have no idea how good I feel that I can contact you and like, please put my meat pie in just ship it. Please just send it to me. So happy new month, happy Tuesday. Thank you, Miss Gamer. Same to you. Welcome back. Thank you, Miss Iyesami. How are you? Glad to be back. I'm telling you, it's like it's like adrenaline for me to just come in. There's nothing like being with people who all understand that you're on the same journey, or in my situation where I have been through that journey, so I understand the anxiety, the sleepless nights, the frustrations, the almost giving up on just having to start all over again. I get all of that. Been there, done that. Don't even listen. So I know what I'm saying when I say just hang in there. Sometimes it's so gloomy, it's like it's just like there's no way out. But hang in there, hang in there. There's no record of failure with God. Hang in there, just hang in there. That's all. New month, new blessings, just good news. Yes, Miss Avena, we speak it. We will speak it before we see it. Agreed in faith. And NJ_crew says happy new month, everybody. Let's see. Still waiting on the NVC for welcome letter. So I believe this August is my month. Amen. Talking of the welcome letter, I have to follow up on some letters as well. Your interview was waived to Relucci. Isn't that double testimony? Isn't that hello, Epic Movement? Epic Movement's birthday is also August 21st. Because y'all just know that August 21st, babies just rock. We're crazy as hell. But we love people. And we're highly compassionate. Epic Movement. Highly compassionate people. We're no nonsense kind of people. Because listen, our horoscope is Leo. That's a lion. Like, go figure. That's it. But we are softies when it comes to compassion and just being given. How are you, Epic Movement? You're not should have to take a birthday trip together. Like you're like, to sort of tribulation. Dennis is a lawyer. Yeah. And we represent immigration clients in all 50 states. I got that question at least 3 times during my consultation today. It doesn't matter what state the attorney is licensed in, as long as an attorney does immigration practice, they can represent you in any state. So if you have an interview you want me to attend, if my schedule allows me to attend, then absolutely that's something I can do. How was your trip? My trip was awesome. It was awesome. It was just great. Taking my country kids to London. my country kids, because they live in the South, truth be told. So just good to give them a different view of life. Thank you, Salami. Let's see. God does judge the scam. I mean, what can I say? How old am I going to be? I'm going to be 45. Don't be fooled by gray hair. But I'm going to be 45. No, I'm at small 50 again. Because wait, you know how the group when you fill a form and they ask you for your age group and they go like 21 to 24, 30 to 34. So y'all are telling me that whenever I have to fill forms now, come August 21st, On my group, me more like it won't be 40 to 44. It will be no, it won't be 41 to 44. It will be 45 to 49. Is that what? Or 49, 45 to 50? Ah, ah. But see, we thank God for the grace to be able to age. It is a blessing. It is a blessing. Let's just pray that the knees keep working and the eyes we can still see. Hello, Miss Shahini. How are you? It's been a while. Where have you been? Gliders and sliders, please. I just actually God knows where you live. Gliders and sliders, contact link finger. Don't be sending flowers in my office. Don't do it. Because you're going to trash. That's just the truth. I'm just telling you. It will go in the trash. I don't do flowers. Kilo fatty away. Okay, let's see. Well, I gotta get up soon. I want to try to answer everybody's question. Let's see. I love you, loving the dress and the entire look. I'll put a picture up. I love this dress. I just, the funny thing is, I've had this dress in my closet for, y'all are not going to believe it. I think since TJ was born. So I think the fact that I still fit in it, 𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸 celebration in its own. Because that's a celebration in its own. Please. But yes. So I was like, you know what? We're doing black the first day of August. We're doing black. Let's do color. We're patiently waiting on the birthday look. No, there's no birthday look being planned. There's no birthday look. I probably would sleep in. I'm telling you guys, y'all don't even know me. I'm introverted to some extent. The birthday look could definitely shut down the. These two women are something. I'm telling you, there's something. Oh Lord, I'm gonna bring Miss Abena and Miss Sanctuary on one day just to do answer the question moderating, because y'all are gonna laugh. Okay. I miss your epic movement. I'm back and back. So but I've seen all of the emails. So listen, there's nothing that happens that I don't know about. I may not respond, but I'm seeing it. Thank you, Ms. Abdeni. But yeah, we're going to work. My citizenship is in a week time. Please put me in your prayers. Oh boy, it is going to be well. God's favor will go before you. God's favor will speak on your behalf. You would find favor with the interviewing officer. Everything will go smoothly. You will have all the questions. You answer all the questions with ease. Your record will check out fantastically, and you will come back and testify to the goodness of God. Yes, and this actually says it is done. God has perfected it. Amen. My interview was waived twice, but no approval since April 2023. Wife becoming abusive. What do you do? Sit down with a lawyer and figure out what your options will be. I have travel documents. What do you mean by VA? By the time I plan to travel to Nigeria, my traveling document will be about 6 months left. Is it risk or okay to travel? You're not applying, so I can't tell you whether to travel or not. But what I can say is generally, if you have a valid advance parole that that's still valid, even if it's 3 months, and the only thing is an unlawful presence, but you have that, and there's nothing else in your record that's going to be of concern. Generally, disclaimer, nothing specific to anybody's case. Generally, that shouldn't be your problem. Can I-751 be refiled after a denial? Yes. Generally, yes. Sit down with a lawyer to figure out what the best strategy in your case will be. Oh, Miss Savannah, virtual hug. We're still going to see one of these days. So, yes. Hello, God's favorite. Long time no see. Yeah, Cecilia was gone. Hello, Miss Samosu. How are you? But she's back now. Let's see. Okay. But be wood that I'm telling you, it's not even funny. Um, I have a friend been here for 15 years and she has work authorization. Due to her work authorization, they can't renew. What can she do? How did she get the work authorization to start with? She has to sit down with a lawyer and figure out what her options are. She was told to go marry or wait for the children to file for her. Same response. Let her figure out what's going on. Sit down with the lawyer to discuss her case, and if she has options. If not, then if she has citizen children who are close to 21, that might be her best option. But sit down with a lawyer and figure out what's going on. God's favorite. I have a question. Are you this beautiful? Yeah, don't be use the makeup. Don't be fooled. My brother's future wife. She that's part of the birthday plan. If it set me off, she 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕, all the requirements. That's my mom will say. And tell my 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓. Koda. My 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒕. It's not that bad. Don't mind my mother. Like, oh, my 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕. Thank you. But I'm glad you made it tonight, Peggy. When is my birthday? Is August 21st. 20 days. I'm telling you, they're booking me down for their brothers and their uncles. But let me tell you people something. So, because listen, one of my, it's not a weakness, but one of the things I love, when I see a fine brother, when I say fine, like you're just a delight to the eyes. I'm telling, that's one of my distractions in life. That is one of my distractions in life. Oh man, trying it. So one of my consultations today, I was talking to he retained me, and this is the third consultation I've had with him. We're just trying to figure out the best route for him. So he had his uncle with him today, and y'all, as much as I was paying attention to the client, I was just looking at the uncle. On daddy, fine, because you know me. If I'm thinking I'm already saying it, even though I was in my head like just by the time we're done, like I know, uncle, I have to say, hey, Jeff, fine, but it's not, that's it. It's not, that wasn't needing anybody. You've got to appreciate God's creation. That's it. So let them be booking that with uncles and brothers. How safe is it to travel advanced or based on val? Okay, same person, same response. I mean, you're a citizen. I'm a U.S. citizen. I thought I'm thinking you mean you filed an I-130, not an I-129, for a wife who is abroad. Typically, how quick is it for her to receive a visa? You've got to have the I-130 petition approved by USCIS first. They transfer your case to an embassy. Then she applies for the immigrant visa, and then depending on how many cases the embassy in her home country are dealing with, would determine how long she can get an immigrant visa. Interview waived. Okay, address that. Hello, Miss Eniola. I have your EAD. I have your work permit. Miss Eniola, I have your work permit. And for a renewal, I was shocked. But then again, when I remind myself, hey, there's nothing God cannot do, because asylum renewals are taking forever. We just literally sent yours in. You just sent it in. Was it shortly before I left, right? So I don't think it's a month yet. I have your EAD. I don't think I even have your approval notice, but I have your, no, I have it. So my oldest son he works for me during the holidays. He's coming in, he's going to sort everything out. But I have your EAD. Can I send you my medical without RFE? If you want to do that, I would I would suggest doing that and referencing the fact that you haven't received an RFE, but you're just sending it in because it's missing from your file, and send it in where it's going to be trackable mail, where you know that someone signed for it. Okay. Oh, boy, your birthday is August 30. Happy birthday in advance as well. August 21st. You were the one I used to know showed me pepper. No, see, those who are Leo, no, that's an exception. I'm not saying we're crazy. I ain't saying that. We are, but it's just that we've got good hearts too. But yeah, you just there's always going to be one bad egg. That's Leak finger is on, y'all. Hey, leak finger is on. Cause I ain't kidding. Leak finger, listen, if they all those sliders and gliders in the DM thought about to contacting you, please tell me. Let's go. That we're going to sweep them away from the DM. So you better Miss Pam, leak fingers on. See how because I but jokes about your people. She's got meat pie, sausage roll, snail. And when I say snail, not the kind of miserable looking snail. But then go, okay, what's the let me just leave that. But fresh snail. I mean, this lady, and she saves me time from cooking because I don't care to cook. And that's one thing. All y'all putting me down for your brothers and uncles. I don't cook. I only cook for my kids because the government says I have to feed them. Other than that, it'll be my brother in because I ain't got the time. So yes. So leak fingers, she's got the freshest. I'm telling you, I'm not even kidding. And I'm very picky about my food. Like I'm one that if your food is not good, I've had people that I've ordered from before. I just didn't go back. So I've lost count how many times I've ordered from Leak Finger. That tells you something. Try her food one time at Leak Finger on the score. Just try one time. You will understand. Elena Sanctuary has tried it. You will understand what I'm saying. Okay. Please tell your friends to join our lives Tuesdays, Thursdays, 9 p.m. Do you write the petition for your client or the client doesn't you review? So I do the petition letter. There's some the client for a national interest waiver, the client has to write their proposed endeavor. I don't do that. You've got to write it. I can tweak it. I can format it, but you're going to do the petition letter. Yes. But I need you to give me the recommendation letters, reference letters, your proposed endeavor, CV, and I say CV, not resume, CV. We do the ETA from 750, ETA 750B, the I-140, all that, put that all together. Is a VAWA petition and a waiver the same? VAWA petition generally refers to an I-360 based application for someone who doesn't have a green card. A waiver, abuse waiver, relates to I-751, waiving the joint filing requirement of you filing with your spouse based on you being a victim of abuse. In that case, you already have a 2-year green card. You're just trying to go from 2 years to 10 years. They both are under the VAWA Act, provided for the VAWA Act, but that's the main difference. I hope that helps. So if your I-485 has been reviewed from last year, June still hasn't heard, and last year June hasn't heard anything. September 9th makes it 3 years. You want to do a congressional assistance request. You want to send a demand letter. Those are things you can do. Okay. Let's see. Do I post my videos? Yes. So usually I would upload the videos at the end so you can go back and watch it. Have a pending 10-year green card petition and my wife has been treating me bad. Can I ask for a divorce? Can I ask off a divorce? You can. Generally, disclaimer, general information. But if you're going through that and it's pending, you may be better off seeing an attorney. Thank you, Ms. Adama. August 18. Oh, okay. Didn't see all these little babies coming up now. Hello, Miss Juliet. How are you? Okay. That's all she wrote, people. I still have 2 VAR cases I have to review tonight because they got to go out tomorrow. We've got a deadline of 30 days from when we requested to transfer. So, and I've got to sleep. Hello, Miss Chrissy. How are you? IME removal proceedings. My I-130 petition just got approved last week. What should I do next? Contact the immigration attorney and discuss your case and have them see how they can either help you file a 45 with the court or get your proceedings terminated. But that's what you need to do. Okay. All right, people. Thank you very much for joining. You did write a letter and no answer. Then maybe you have to sue them. You have the option of suing USCIs, especially when they have, especially the delay, because the delay would cause some trauma, and it's like being held hostage in your own life. But if you don't have a lawyer in your case, sit down and just discuss your case, your general case. Hello, Miss Chrissy. How have you been? Oh, okay, Miss Pamela. You already talked to see how my people see my people. She already talked with Lick Finger. There we go. And this is not, Lick Finger. That's her business. It's just one woman supporting another. There's nothing more beautiful in this world than being able to support one another in the gift that God has blessed us each with. Even if we have the same gift, we're not competitors. We are just competing in healthy way is good, but we don't become jealous of each other. We can envy each other. We can envy the progress and want that, but we also root for one another. So it's not about getting anything from her, but if she succeeds, why not? That is a blessing to her life, and she will pay it forward to other people. Once again, if you need to contact our office, 334-341-4475, Olaleye Law Firm LLC. You can also send that's the same number on WhatsApp, info@olalayelawfirm.com. You're welcome, Miss Gill. I'm going to be in touch with you soon, so just give me till next week. There's some cases that are time pressing. It's got to go out no later than some tomorrow, some Friday. And then just be able to have PD requests that I have to send in this, So everybody in my firm has something to do. So I'm not just an attorney who just delegates. I do quite a lot. I have OCD. There's some cases and there's some cases just really personal for me. Everybody's case is dear. There's just some cases that I review everything, but there's some cases that I work on myself. But there's some cases that it's not routine, but it's not. There's some things like, for instance, if a case involves a brief, I write my briefs myself. I just can't give that. Not that my paralegals are not good, but legal research done by an attorney is different. I just don't take those chances. That's just me. So just bear with me if you're waiting on me. I'm so glad to be back, Ms. Savannah. You have no idea. I don't know if I mentioned earlier that I got your package. It is sitting right here. Your mail lady comes and like, I got a package for you. It's like, oh, I wasn't expecting that much. It was like, okay. But we got, how many E80s today? Just knowing people have identities that it can go get their driver's license and all of that. It's just great news. All right. So I will see you guys. What's today? It's Tuesday, Lenny. Yeah, we're back. Let me know. Go on our page, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Write comments, DM us. Let us know what topics you want to hear. Miss Pam, thank you for placing the order with Lick Finger. I appreciate the love. I look forward to 45. It is a blessing to be able to age and have each year getting older. I'm one of those when it's ask with someone when they're age, I'm like, no, I tell you my age. What's the big deal? It's just a number. It doesn't define who you are. It's grace. God gives you the grace to keep going. Why not? And I pray that grace is going to be sufficient for us this month and beyond, that will all come together and in unity and be able to testify to the glory, to the goodness of God. Remember, y'all, you've got to speak it before you see it. Speak it into existence. That which you know that you want God to do, the favor you want to see. Speak it before you see it. I'll see you guys on Thursday.